Hello. You can tell a lot about a country, its people, and its government by the way that they take care of their elderly. Their elderly and their veterans, the people that put their lives on the line so that you can enjoy the freedoms that you have today. If you don't care about them, then that means you don't care about any of the people in your country. And the country has a responsibility to make them care about, especially yourself. But if you don't do it for yourself, do it for your children. Okay, do it for the ones that come after you. I took a poll on my own to find out how many people that has the public's trust. That means government, Supreme Court, congressmen, representatives, and presidents actually served in the military. And I was really shocked, but then I knew it because what people fail to see, and this is the thing that they all who run the country, they bet on and they know that you will not do anything about the things that they do to you. Who controls the media? So then, who then controls the narrative? Who controls the government, the money? Who takes from Social Security and gives to immigrants, Israel, Ukraine? But you can't take care of your mother and fathers. You can't take care of your own people. You rather steal from them because that's what you did. You write a law or you make something into a law that you haven't paid into yourself, and then you take the money that's supposed to be for the people you're supposed to represent, and you do whatever you want with that money, and then you tell them that you're running short. I was in a hospital room, a waiting area today, and I was listening to two elderly people. Now, my hue is dark. Theirs were light. I'm going to continue to remind you, children, and everybody there's one human race. And there are no white people. That was a concept made up. Okay? But you do have different hues of human beings. Well, these happen to be part of the elite, or well, shall I say, they look like the people that run this country. And one lady was saying, I'm on Social Security, so I don't know what I'm going to do if they take Social Security. The other guy on the other side said, well, I'm on disability. He said, but they've already spent the money. So Congress, President, Supreme Court justices, have y'all already spent our money? People who work for 50, 40 years, have you spent that money already? The thing that I found out about the Supreme Court justices was that not one member but Joseph Alito was the only Supreme Court justice that is classified as a veteran. But here's the kicker. He joined Army ROTC in Princeton, after he graduated from Yale Law School. He spent 3 months active duty in 1975. That was during the Vietnam War. 3 months on active duty. And for those 3 months, he was training. See, what I've been trying to tell y'all the whole time is that the rich don't fight wars. They look for people like us, or poor people, or middle-class people to fight their wars for them so that they can make more money. Now, I want all of you so-called hate groups and all of that to take this in. You hate me because of my color, but I haven't taken nothing from you. I haven't stolen no Social Security. I haven't misgoverned you. I haven't done anything. But you will hate me, but you won't hate the person that mistreats your mother and your fathers, your uncles, that takes away from you, that puts all these things in your head, fear about somebody taking jobs from you, and that has never been the problem. I don't understand, because back in Jamestown, when poor Europeans came over here, they were working side by side by black people who were either indentured slaves indentured servants like them, or slaves, or however you want to cut it. But then all of a sudden, when they found out, rich people found out they could not watch all of their property, then they allowed you, or made you think they allowed you to become part of the upper class. They put you over black folks, okay, and other people that they didn't like or use for their labor. Made you overseers and police, slave catchers, okay? And you thought that was the best thing since ice cream. But they were laughing at you too, and now you're starting to get it. So, getting back to our illustrious government officials who make decisions for all of the people in the United States. But I talked about cowardice. So you have people making decisions for veterans and elderly people who don't know anything about protecting this country. And they're not going to spill one drop of their blood or their children's blood to protect it. That's for you to do. That's for me to do. The 118th Congress, they have the most representation, according to my research, with 97 Congress, ex-military. The representatives in the House, veterans represent 18.4%. The last president to serve was George W. Bush, but he served in the Air National Guard. His father served and saw combat, but his son was not in harm's way. Joe Biden, from what I understand, was a lifeguard / football player. Got 5 draft deferments for asthma during Vietnam until he finally got a medical exemption. Now, if you can't go in the military, but you can play football and you can be a lifeguard, and you making decisions for us, what does that tell you? You see, because sometimes we have to look at the part that we play in it. We allow this to happen. See, you won't take care of your veterans. You won't take care of your elders, okay? Because they're not your parents, because your parents are already taken care of. You see, we let them, actually, we allow them to make up their own salaries. And this is why they don't have a care in the world about the citizens, actually, of this country. They don't care about what's right or wrong in their representation of us. When you allow people to not take care of people who put their life on the line, and a lot of times you get it twisted because you say the police, they do this. They take care of our streets. Let me tell you, the military police the whole goddamn world. And I forgot, because I need to temper myself. Police take care of a very small radius, and they have a lot of authority to do things that they shouldn't. Without us, they wouldn't have a job, but they don't act like it. Social Security, without us, they wouldn't have a job, but they act like it's their money. Without us, doctors and nurses and people in the VA would not have a job. But I say, you call it the VA hospital. No, what it is it's the Federal Employees Hospital. And the veterans are just treated over there because they feel they need to do something. But they're not willing to spill any blood to take care of these children over here, these elders over here, this country over here. We have people out in the streets, and you make them move to you don't know where because you don't want people to see them. They should be allowed to be on the highways. It should be allowed to be everywhere so you can look just how we take care of our people. You need to see the true colors. See, people don't want to look at the poor quality of life due to bureaucratic red tape and raiders. And when I say raiders, I'm talking about VA raiders. I'm talking about SSI raiders. I'm talking about people who have the authority to look at those pamphlets and those regulations and determine whether you get a check or not by your disability. Let me tell you, Social Security, you go in there, you wait, they talk to you like it's their money, and we let them get away with it. Okay? Now, all of a sudden, we find out that might be a hoax. Might not have no money at all. Spending money that they're just printing. Now, I'll tell you, Nancy Pelosi said something about veterans, and I want to put that to the test because it's easy to talk and tell your citizens and your people you serve that, you're going to look out for their veterans. But you don't have to worry about it because everybody's going to find out soon. China's buying up land all over the place. They got rich people that have 2 million acres apiece. About 4 or 5 of them that I saw. Bill Gates is one of them. 2 million acres. What is he going to do with all that land? You got homeless people. You'd rather let buffalo roam on that and desecrate that land. There's one woman that's been standing up, and I really have to give her credit. Her name is Jasmine, and she's a congresswoman from Texas, she have made men shake in their boots. And she's intelligent. And the only reason why you don't like her a lot of times is because she's telling you the truth. And she's a woman. Well, I said I need to test that theory that Nancy Pelosi said that she would help if you need it. Now, in closing, I want to tell people that this world, this earth was made for people to have abundance, life, food, water, air. Now people are trying to make you pay for things that they don't even own, and you let it. But I'm going to tell you what I want. I want the right, and will have the right to self-determination, and I want my birthright back. I want peace of mind, something that was taken by force from me, and I have it by any means necessary. The process of improving oneself by gaining new knowledge, which really is old knowledge, stolen from us, self-edification. In this world, in this United States of America, we are only taught one type of education, and that's the European education. So therefore, we have a lot of people out here talking about things they don't know. I got that education, but I had to go back and get a second education. I had to do it alone, by myself, read my own books, do my own research. And that was about my people, where I truly come from, not what somebody told me and I believed it. See, a lot of us, we watch TV. We all over social media. We all over the networks that rich people own, and they put their narratives out there, and we eat it up. We eat it up like Burger King. So if you want a better life for yourself, your children, especially your elders, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to take action. The time for sitting on your sofa with your clicker in your hand, watching soap operas and doing sport and everything else, because we put more time into sports and watching TV shows and celebrities and everybody else who don't put a dime towards the community, and you love them to death. I'm beginning to think that you love pain. I'm beginning to think that you don't love yourself. They talk about Black people not loving themselves. Well, guess what? Social Security, elders, and veterans, they come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. So it won't be just Black people suffering no more. It'll be everybody. Thank you.